The video that was needed that nobody really asked for. So, guys, I have been watching the Life After Lockup Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and I just finished episode one. And let me tell you, I have a bunch of things that I have to say. So, the episode basically started off with like Lifetime showing the prison confessions and recapping on that.
Living to be over.
I was going a lot. I wasn't the best dad. Should have went check, and I had suspicions. One of the big regrets I have is not making her feel that she could come to me.
I met this guy, Nick, online. I thought that he could be the one that would take me away from this existence living with my mother. He starts talking to me about how he would kill my mother for me.
So it started off recapping with that, and then it got to basically showing like Ryan with Gypsy's family. And I know that they've been married, well, they got married in 2022 while Gypsy was still in prison. So it's not weird for Ryan to be excited like he was, but it was just a little strange, like the way he was excited, if that makes sense. Anyways, we'll get into it. But the interesting part that started off was basically showing how the family's dynamic with Ryan truly like felt like as a whole. You got the gist of it. They first were talking about getting a cake for Gypsy. The sister was like, "Oh, what do you guys want on it?" And then Ryan's like, "Oh, like letters?" And then the sister's like, "Yeah, we're not just gonna have a plain white cake." And then the stepmom is just quiet. It's just so weird, bro. I'm just like,
Buttercream.
What do y'all want on it?
Um, like letters on the
Like
cake.
yeah, like
We're
a
not gonna
saying.
have a plain white cake.
Yeah, just say "Welcome home, Gypsy Rose," or have like a couple roses on it.
and he's just like, "Welcome home, Gypsy Rose," with some roses. And I'm just like, I don't know. It just sounds so weird. And they were also talking to him about like when he first met her, and they were like, "Oh, you were fangirling," and he was like, "Yeah, actually, I was." And it's just like, you were fangirling over a woman that you saw killed her mother, like murdered her mother with another man. Like, what? It just didn't really make sense to me. And still, it doesn't make sense. Like, the whole, like, the friend writing to Tiger King, I think that's what he said, and then, like, him writing to Gypsy, and, like, it's just so creepy to me. I just think, like, the people that, well, I'm not judging you if you do. Like, if you want to write to people in prison and you want to write to strangers in prison, like, do you? Like, to each their own. But I'm just saying, like, Ryan saying, like, I just fell in love the moment we talked, and she was just so cute, and she has a baby voice, and just all this other stuff. It was just so strange. Like, it just doesn't sit well with me. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it's just so weird to me. Before it gets into Ryan picking up Gypsy from the prison, it shows Gypsy talking about, like, her being excited to get out and excited to see Ryan. And she also says, she makes a comment saying, like, the difference between Ryan and my other exes are they had an image of who I was, like who they wanted me to be, instead of who I actually am.
What makes Ryan like so different from my exes is because I think with my exes, they were in love with the idea of me rather than they were in love with me. They were so hyped up to want to get to know the Gypsy Blanchard they saw on the TV screen.
And that's exactly what I feel like Ryan has for her, bro. That's exactly what I feel like Ryan has for her. Like, I do not feel like he just sees her as Gypsy Rose, like the woman that she is. I think he sees her as this character that had shows about her, that was on Lifetime, that was on this, that, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't just see her as this woman. He sees her as this celebrity that he wifed up while was in jail. I don't know. It's just, bro. So we get to the part where it's before Ryan gets Gypsy, and Gypsy's half sister is talking again. And she's like, I like Ryan, but I have to be skeptical. And it's just like they've literally been married, bro. I don't think that they really trust him, and I don't think that they really know if he has the best intentions or even know his intentions at all. You would think that Ryan would be like, "Oh, my wife has been in jail, well, not jail, prison for so long. I need to make sure she's comfortable, safe. She's a celebrity. She doesn't know all this other stuff that she's saying she doesn't know, like phones and stuff, even though I'm pretty sure people use phones in prison. Like, I don't think that was the first time she used a phone and saw emojis. I don't think that was the first time that she saw Slay. Like, I think that was a lie too, because she's lied about other things too. Like, even though like she said she stopped talking to Ken and like she was only with Ryan, she literally admitted that she still kept in contact and that the stepmom kept in contact with Ken as well. So that's a whole lie too. So it's just like, what else are you lying about? Like, if you're lying about these little small things, you must be lying about big things too. Anyways, that's besides the fact. So Ryan's getting her. He's getting her before he picks her up. He calls her, and he's just like,
I can't wait to love on you.
and it's just like, bro. And then the corrections officer calls him to make sure no one's following, whatever.
Damn, he wouldn't give me a time.
Okay. Oh, did you text me how much McDonald's sells French fries?
No, I haven't, baby, but I will.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too. Bye, baby. That's Gypsy Rose. She's so good. I love her. That's my wife.
And then he finally picks up Gypsy Rose in the next scene that we. So when Gypsy and Ryan get to the hotel room, he's really, really creepy with her.
You look so good.
You just can't stop staring at me,
You
huh?
you want some fries?
No.
You don't?
No. I just want to
Want me?
be right now.
All right,
just
you
kinda
want me to
being-
leave you be?
He's all over her, saying like,
This cologne's really gonna get her. This gonna make her get in the mood.
you know what I mean, and like, just like touching her skin, like this, like she's an animal.
They taste all right.
Mm-hmm. Not bad for 3 in the morning.
I've never been able to feel this part of your arm. So it's new to me.
It's different.
Yeah, it's a different feel.
You waiting for me?
Just all this cringe stuff, right? And you can clearly see that Gypsy's just uncomfortable. She's just like laughing it off, and he's just like wanting to do the do. That's the whole vibe you're getting. He just wants to do the do tonight. Like, he couldn't wait to get her home and get her out those prison pants. Like, it's just so creepy. So then when you really think about it, you see these two people. It's like she's literally with this man who was writing her while she was in prison, like, and had like an infatuation with her, and like was doing the things like that those other people were doing. Like, she said, like, they didn't see her for her, they saw her for who they wanted her to be, or saw her for the person on the TV. That's who he saw her as too. So like, then you get the realization watching the scene, you're just like, this is so weird. Like, they're just in a hotel alone together, and it doesn't even really feel like they're married. Like, their chemistry just is not really there. Okay, editing me wanted to add this in here, but also when they got to the hotel room, Gypsy was like, what if I snore? And then Ryan was literally like, then we'll have to put a sleep apnea mask on you. Just kidding, I'm not like your mother. Like, bro, where's the decorum?
What if I snore?
Well, then we gotta get a divorce right away. I mean, what do you think? What if you snore?
I don't know, because none of my
I'm gonna
roommates
get you,
ever
I'm
said
gonna
you
get you a
snore.
sleep apnea mask, and then we'll really be there.
Nope.
I know you don't need that. I thought, the moment I said that, I thought, I'm not your mother.
It's just, it just seems so awkward. And then Gypsy's like showing her lingerie that he got her. It's like, bro, you got her all this lingerie while she was in prison to wear, and you couldn't wait for her to wear because you couldn't get her the right pair of shoes to fit her feet. Like you're telling me you got her the right pair of lingerie for her, but you couldn't get her the right pair of shoes. Like that shows where his mind is. Think about it. It just shows he's like a pervert, like a weirdo. But the next day he literally had to go they had to go get her shoes. Ugh. I was just like, are you kidding me? Like you got her these Louis Vuitton high heels to wear, but you couldn't get her a nice comfy pair of just Uggs, Crocs, anything to just come out of prison with? Really? Oh my gosh. So, yeah, the next day when they get the shoes finally, I guess like people when they leave are starting to follow them or whatever. And instead of making Gypsy feel safe, instead of making her feel like everything's good, like he literally freaks out. Like Ryan's just like,
What do we do? What do we do? They're following us. Oh my gosh, I don't know. These people are following us. I just don't want them to follow us home. I just don't want them to know where we're going.
You see him? He's in the car right now. Like, I just don't want these ass to know where we're going. We're being followed. Can't we, like, call the police? Damn, I just want to go.
so Gypsy literally freaks out, has a panic attack, calls her family, calls all these. It's just like, bro, you don't even you're supposed to be the protector, bro. You're huge. Like you're a freaking grizzly bear and you can't even like make her feel safe and know what to do because you're just so out of it, bro. Like he can't think for himself. Like I swear he can't think for himself. I just hit my hand. He can't think for himself. I'm just like it's just so strange. He's literally like a child. I feel like he's like a child and that's what like got him so intrigued and interested in Gypsy Rose is because he has such a childlike mentality, bro. Because like are you serious? You're like 30, 40 years old. You're like a 40-year-old man and you don't know how to keep your girl safe. Like I don't know. And you're huge at that. Like you're huge. The correctional officer calls Gypsy and he's like, you need to be in the state of Louisiana. You can't go anywhere. This, that. He's trying to talk to her. And Ryan is literally there the entire time. Like,
Like, nope, nope, nope.
and he's talking louder than Gypsy over the phone, like trying to talk to the correctional officer, trying to tell, like literally almost getting her in trouble.
City
To meet her family.
to meet up with my family, like I discussed with the IPO in Chillicothe Correctional Center, and so I was just getting ready to call my PO so I can kind of know what my reporting directives are.
Okay, because they want you to report immediately.
No, they don't.
And when you go on to Kansas City Chiefs game this weekend, today's Thursday. So you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then when you gonna fly down to Louisiana, or you driving?
Drive.
So that means you're not gonna get there till what, Wednesday?
Our plan was we were gonna.
Our plan was already set.
Our plan was already set to stay a few days in Kansas
Yeah,
City.
with our POs.
It was so weird. And that just gave me the controlling vibe just like her mom. Isn't that what she doesn't need right now? Like she just got out of prison from literally trying to get away from someone like that and unaliving them. Like, oh my gosh. Then it shows them like talking about a dog and they get in a little disagreement, whatever. And it's basically because Ryan's being controlling, telling her like what she should and shouldn't do, arguing with her about raising a dog, what it takes, all this other stuff like she doesn't know. And it's just like, bro, it's just overwhelming. And to top it off, he then says like, you're so violent or something like that. And it's just like, wow, okay, you guys are recording a TV show. She's literally like getting out of prison for unaliving her mom and you're gonna call her violent and just laugh it off like that's a joke or that's something to say to someone. Like he's so weird. Then it gets to the part where Gypsy is seeing the family for the first time finally. I remember the stepmom saying, I can't wait to see her so much. This is that. Tell me why the stepmom couldn't even get up to hug Gypsy.
Hi.
Made it. You made it. Still scared?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. It was a little scary there for a second.
Look beautiful.
Thank you.
Free, huh?
I'm so happy for you.
I miss you guys.
God, I miss you. It's been a long time since we saw.
I know. Give me a hug,
Cute.
Mom.
Gypsy's home.
The stepmom didn't even literally say, Gypsy, hi, how are you? Welcome. No, she waited till Gypsy had to walk all the way over to her to even acknowledge her and say anything to her. It was so weird. It's just like, where is this energy? I think that she should seek therapy.
The level of emotional baggage that I carry, I put that so deep inside that the only person that gets to see that is my significant other.
Be alone, be with family, and just advocate like she said she wanted to do while she was in prison, while she was doing the last Lifetime documentary. All she was talking about was advocating. She's not advocating anything. Now that she's out, she's a social media influencer. She's doing stuff with Jeffree Star. She's not doing anything about Munchausen by proxy. And if you guys would like to see another recap, let me know in the comment section. I would love to do another one. I thought this one was very interesting. I don't know how to feel about Ryan, but I'm pretty sure in the second episode we're gonna see, and we're gonna get some insight towards the everything. So I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions, and let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to give another recap on the second episode or ever do a video like this again.